Did you bring it?
Where's the shadow broker?
Is that
Where's
painted
this?
on, or does he normally look like a skull face?
Where's the evidence?
No way. The deal's off.
Finally, some action.
Hey, pay attention to your shields. Whoa. Hey, we're gonna make sure we're not overheating before we move up. We're gonna move up a little bit. Hopefully that grenade blows up. Wow, that was a really delayed reaction with that grenade.
I knew I couldn't trust him.
Were you hurt in the fight?
I know how to look after myself. Not that I don't appreciate the help. Who are you?
I don't have time for questions. I need the evidence you have against Saren.
I guess I owe you. But not out here in the open. I need to go somewhere safe.
Well, the music is like super dramatic.
Human embassy. Your ambassador will want to see this anyway.
The music like super dramatic there for a second.
You're not making my life easy, Shepard. Firefights in the wards, an all-out assault on Korra's den. Do you know how many... Who's this? A Quarian? What are you up to, Shepard?
This Quarian can help us bring down Saren. I would have told you that if you hadn't jumped down my throat.
I apologize, Commander. This whole thing with Saren has me a bit on edge. Maybe we should just start at the beginning, Miss...
My name is Tali. Tali Zora Naraya.
We don't see many Quarians here. Why did you leave the flotilla?
I was on my pilgrimage. My rite of passage into adulthood.
Let's get some information from her.
I've never heard of this before.
It is a tradition among my people. When we reach maturity, we leave the ships of our parents and our people behind. Alone, we search the stars, only returning to the flotilla once we have discovered something of value. In this way, we prove ourselves worthy of adulthood.
What kinds of things do you look for?
It could be resources like food or fuel, or some type of useful technology, or even knowledge that will make life easier on the flotilla. Through our pilgrimage, we prove that we will contribute to the community, rather than being a burden on our limited resources.
What kind of evidence did you find? How did you get it?
During my travels, I began hearing reports of Geth. Since they drove my people into exile, the Geth have never ventured beyond the Veil. I was curious. I tracked a patrol of Geth to an uncharted world. I waited for one to become separated from its unit. Then I disabled it and removed its memory core.
I thought the Geth fried their memory cores when they died. Some kind of defense mechanism.
How did you manage to preserve the memory core?
My people created the Geth. If you're quick, careful, and lucky, small caches of data can sometimes be saved. Most of the core was wiped clean, but I salvaged something from its audio banks.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
The conduit.
That's Saren's voice. This proves he was involved in the attack.
Yeah, what is this conduit? It sounds like in Halo, they capitalize like every like random word. It seems like sometimes, and make it important. Like, oh, the librarian, the oh god, it'll come to you, but like random words, and it's like, oh, okay, it could be more creative.
He said Eden Prime brought him one step closer to finding the conduit. Any idea what that means?
The conduit must have something to do with the beacon. Maybe it's some kind of Prothean technology. Like a weapon.
Wait, there's more. Saren wasn't working alone.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
And one step closer to the return of the Reapers.
I don't recognize that other voice, the one talking about Reapers.
Reapers? What could they possibly be?
Are they some kind of new alien species?
According to the Memory Core, the Reapers were a hyper-advanced machine race that existed 50,000 years ago. The Reapers hunted the Protheans to total extinction, and then they vanished. At least, that's what the Geth believe.
Sounds a little far-fetched.
The vision on Eden Prime. I understand it now. I saw the Protheans being wiped out by the Reapers.
The Geth revere the Reapers as gods, the pinnacle of non-organic life, and they believe Saren knows how to bring the Reapers back.
The Council is just going to love this.
Will they believe it if we tell them?
This is a lot to handle. They might just ignore everything we tell them.
No matter what they think about the rest of this, those audio files prove Saren's a traitor.
The Captain's right. We need to present this to the Council right away.
What about her? The Quarian?
My name is Tali. You saw me in the alley, Commander. You know what I can do. Let me come with you.
I thought you were on your pilgrimage.
The pilgrimage proves we are willing to give of ourselves for the greater good. What does it say about me if I turn my back on this?
That's a good point.
Saren is a danger to the entire galaxy. My pilgrimage can wait.
I'll take all the help I can get.
Thanks. You won't regret this.
Anderson and I will go ahead to get things ready with the Council. Take a few minutes to collect yourself, then meet us in the tower.
Well, what we are going to do is head back to the bar and talk to... So he's more tech. He's tech and combat. Biotic and combat. I wish we could pick 4 people. I'm torn between these 3. Like, really torn. I tell you what. Since we're going to be talking to the council on Garrus and Talizora. But I also want to go to that bar and finish that side quest. What's the X on the map? Avena? Oh, that's the lady. I figured it's the communications lady. We're gonna go back to Cora's Den, do that side quest, because hopefully that will. Yep. Hopefully that will be good enough. Oh, wrong direction. Sorry, guys. We're working on your consort issue. I was looking for a fast travel station. I'm back in my office. Do you guys hate that? Like when you go to like a really fancy official building, and then you just get lost. Every corridor looks the same. Like some schools look like this.
Excuse me, Commander Shepard. Could you spare a moment of your time?
Sure.
Commander Shepard, my name is Samesh Patia.
What can I do
Forgive the
for you?
intrusion, but I have nowhere else to turn.
A lot of people want my help these days. What makes you special?
My wife
Don't
was
be a
Marine.
dick, Shepard.
She was in the 212 on Eden Prime. I've requested that my wife's body be returned to me for cremation, but the military has refused my request.
Why did they refuse your request? There's got to be some reason.
I don't know. All I know is that they have declared it impossible for my wife to be returned to me.
There's no reason for your wife's body to be held like this. Just wait here.
The man in charge of my case is Mr. Bosker. When I last saw him, he was in the expensive bar over there. Thank you for your time. I just want to give my wife a proper funeral, and the respect she deserves.
The only reason I could say she was being withheld would be because she got turned into one of those zombie things. I forget their name already. But the things, the husks, I think is the word, maybe? Sorry, I'm really bad at terminology. Yeah, what's up, Oscar?
My goodness, you're Commander Shepard. Your activities make for quite a briefing in the diplomatic corps. Is there something I can do to assist you?
Stop stealing corpses.
You can cut the red tape for a grieving husband. I want you to release the body of Nerali Bachya.
Commander, nothing would make me happier. I'm afraid, though, that it's not quite that simple. Serviceman Nerali Bhatia died on Eden Prime, as Mr. Bhatia no doubt told you. Her wounds are inconsistent with any type of weapon damage we've seen before. That is why her body is being held.
I don't care how badly the Geth mangled the body. It's the husband's right to claim her.
We are not holding Nerali Bhatia's body out of discretion. We are, frankly, holding the body for research. The tests we're conducting may lead to better defenses against Geth attacks. Respectfully, Serviceman Bhatia may save more lives in death than she did in life.
How long do you think the research is going to take?
This is a long-term study. I wouldn't expect the bodies to be
year?
released for a year or longer.
You've got to have a lot of bodies. Can't you release one?
Very few bodies had this new type of weapon damage, and very few were in good enough condition to study. Beyond that, Commander, we need as many bodies as we can to get a reasonable sample size.
When will this research result in actual new technology?
If we're lucky,
In Game
we'll
3.
actually realize usable technology from this study in a few years.
I'll leave it up to Samesh once I give him the
I'll
information.
tell Samesh. Next time you cut up a dead soldier, at least tell her husband the truth.
That was just the reaction we were hoping to avoid, Commander. But if you think it will help, tell Mr. Bhatia the truth. Perhaps he will understand. Please let me know if you have any other questions.
Well, I'm going on to, like, maybe I can tell him, and if he decides he still wants his wife's body, I can go back and use the intimidate option. Please open the door, thank you.
Hello, Commander. Has any progress been made with Mr. Bosker? Will he return my wife's body?
Tell me again what you'd been told about your wife.
As I said, I've been told nothing. I don't understand
That
why
is
they
pretty
won't
messed
release
up.
her body to me.
Where can I find this Mr. Bosker?
He was in the expensive bar over there.
They're running medical studies on Nerali. That's why they won't release the body.
Tests? They're holding my wife's body for tests. My wife served the Alliance faithfully. She gave her life for humanity. And this is how they repay her.
It's unacceptable. I'll let you know what I can do.
Thank you. Please let me know what can be done.
Well, because maybe this technology will be available to us in Game 3. We're going to say whatever.
Hello again, Commander. Can I help you?
You know what I am. If I want Nerali Bachya, I can get her.
Commander, I don't think threats are necessary. Even if the body were here on the Citadel, would you really risk going in shooting to get it?
The Marine's name was Nerali Bachya. If you want to cut her up, you call her by name.
All right, Commander. You win. It was hard enough refusing Mr. Bhatia. I'm not going to risk an incident by refusing you. Tell Samesh that the body is being shipped back to Earth. I'll go now to see to it myself.
There we go. Got some renegade points. That is super messed up, though. To be like, oh yeah, by the way, like your wife died, but we can't give you her body because no reason. You know, have some respect for people who give their life for you.
Hello again, Commander. Has there been any word?
Your wife is coming home, Mr. Bhatia.
Thank you. I will return home and begin my preparations. It does not bring me happiness, but it may bring me peace. Goodbye, Commander.
Leveled up again, nice.